The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, at fourth place in the Western Conference, they haven't been an easy opponent for anyone to deal with this season. And for all those teams that have wrapped up playoff spots, Shaq, what can we expect from them strategically here at the end of the regular season?
Well, for the top team, Ernie, it becomes about securing home court advantage. You want to be peaking at the right time heading into the playoffs. We've seen a lot of teams, Ernie, start off strong. Where are they now?
Do you want rest if you're a frontline player, if you're a guy who's playing a lot? Do you need some rest before the playoffs?
You know, a lot of people answer that question, and if you played more than 8 years, yes, you need rest. If you're a young player, such as Freak, you don't need rest.
No, you may have players coming back from midseason injuries, but you need to get them back into the flow. But you got to get your playoff game face on. And you know who had the best game face playoff?
Alonzo Mourning?
No, this guy next to us. Show him your game face.
Alonzo had a good game face, too.
Stop it. You look at this guy's game. Look at this guy's game face. Show him.
Let me see your game face.
You know what, Kenny? I lost it. I can't do it
Let me see your game face. That is frightening.
Oh, wait. That's not a game look. That's not a game look. That's your game book look. I can't do it anymore.
Here's a guy with no game face, Kevin Harlan.
Alonzo Mourning.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Looking at San Antonio, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Indiana Pacers.
And it's a tough game to lose. I mean, they actually put up a pretty solid effort, I thought. But when you're battling for a road win, even when you play hard, nothing's guaranteed.
Well, Greg, I think you've got to try to convert the positives. Take them into the momentum of your next game and use them for momentum, and then take what you did well and double down the efforts here tonight.
And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. They've got Ian Mahinmi. Duncan is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Ray McCallum. And it's Okwebu in at the shooting guard position. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Spurs ball. There's a good screen. Mahinmi dishes to McCallum. Another shot. And he nails the jumper. McCallum's got the first basket of the game for the Spurs.
And guys, when you watch the Spurs play, it's like watching poetry in motion. I mean, every cut, every screen comes at a precise time, and they play beyond the sum of their talents because of that style.
Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Here's Caboclo. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
2 on the clock. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Gay. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Passes it to Silk. Here's Caboclo. "18 feet away, and he knocks it down. The Spurs have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. There's the pass to Okwebu. To the inside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, no way to argue it. Tim Duncan, Clark, has been a winner his whole career. He's sharp mentally, and he's got the great tenacity on the floor. Only the greats have those qualities.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think media members still underestimate his will to win. You don't do what he's done without a real laser-focused approach.
And he gets it to go.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander. You know, interesting, guys, to illustrate Duncan and how he just wins. I mean, Spurs went 8-10 in December of 2014. That marked only the third losing month ever for Tim Duncan.
San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. They set the screen. McCallum. The putback.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
Took him no time at all on that one. Silks got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Spurs leading by 5.
And that stat you said about Duncan and losing months says a lot about both him and his team. I mean, he has been the leader of this Spurs franchise since day one and deserves all the praise you can give him.
Here's Caboclo after the basket by San Antonio. Rebound by Mahinmi.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Here's Silk against Charlotte. He was really on his game. From downtown, that is good. Silk's got 6 points.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Tim Duncan. San Antonio leading. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Greg Popovich. I asked him if he had a plan for all the speed he'll be up against, and he told me a key would be transition defense, saying speed shows up most in the transition game, and we feel if we take that away from them, we have a major advantage. Back to you guys.
And thanks for that story, Doris. That's good. And it's 9 points for Silk.
Man, oh man, Kevin. He's really feeling it from three-point range now. All of a sudden, it seems like he just can't miss.
A floater. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And McCallum kicks to Gay. Off target from outside. Vancouver trails by 3. Here's Caboclo. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. That's good. Caboclo's got his second bucket of the night. Well, it was Vancouver winning their last game against Charlotte.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
And that's collected by Gay. Spurs leading by 3. Dishes to McCallum. Outside DeRozan. Pass to McCallum. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today. And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system And I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be.
Jawai bangs home the trifecta.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. He kicks it to Simmons. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
Vancouver making a switch here. Black's checked in. And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the 3rd fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
Ginobili the pass to DeRozan. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Vancouver trails by 4. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the first. Great open look there. And that's now 11 points for Silk.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Here's Mills. And that one goes long. Vancouver has gone 4 of 8 on their 3-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And so it's San Antonio with it after Vancouver picking up a basket just moments ago. The finish finishes the break with a slam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
For San Antonio, they've been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Jawai covered by Mills. Here's Jawai. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. It's Vancouver ending the first quarter on a 12-4 run, and will return shortly. Well, as Mono saying, Duncan, no doubt the long-term face of the Spurs franchise and arguably their best player ever, which brings up the conversation, Greg, of where he stands all-time league-wide.
Well, he's right there. And listen, let's give him a little more credit, Mono. He's got 5 rings now, you know, having won that championship 2 seasons ago. But look, Kobe's in that category with 5 rings and an MVP as well. So he's an all-time great. I don't know how you rank him, but when you have a conversation about the best ever, Tim Duncan will be in it.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And when you consider how Vancouver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. We've got Duncan. He's out there with Ian Mahimi. DeRozan out there with Ray McCallum. And it's Webu in at the 2 spot.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch. Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Vancouver.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
The Spurs making a switch here. Green's checked in. McCallum misses.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Vancouver shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good, Udoh. And both free throws good for Udoh.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Duncan kicks to McCallum. Out left to the wing. Here's Mahinmi. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Vancouver leading by 7. Here's Bottoms. Here's Hines. Rebound by Mahinmi. Mahimi's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's Green missing. For Vancouver, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And that is good.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Spurs trail by 10. Here's McCallum. He's got 10, and it's good. McCallum's got 5 points now this quarter.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Offensive rebound. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. To the wing on the left. To the left wing. From 17 feet out. No good. So Vancouver will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team.
Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Bottoms. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. San Antonio trailing here. Here's McCallum. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Akwebu. Another one falls for San Antonio.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Here's Caboclo. Passes it to Hines. Unloads from 13. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And Vancouver leads by 2.
Even double team. He had the vision to see the open man.
Duncan dishes to McCallum. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. McCallum's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Now a timeout called by Vancouver. And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw it in the playoffs last year. Greg, I think, you know, he probably was one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him. And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for San Antonio.
You know, getting back to Duncan, when you talk to his teammates, they'll tell you he's disciplined. He maintains a strict diet, does off-the-floor training, from boxing to swimming, throwing tires, running in the sand. That keeps him motivated and engaged.
Gay kicks to Simmons. The 3 from Mills. Can't get it to go.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Poked loose. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. Mills passes to Ginobili. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Ginobili's got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
And talking about Duncan's new look, Coach Popovich had an interesting quote. Pop said, I look at him and tell him, you look like Sprewell used to look. Just skin and bones, ligaments and tendons. But you know what? You can't argue with success, and not many people have had more than Tim Duncan.
All sorts of time. A nice shot by Caboclo. Caboclo's got 9.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
59 seconds left in the first half. Mills, and he connects with the jumper. And Vancouver with the possession here. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Caboclo, and there's Vancouver with another bucket. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Mills dishes to Gay. In transition, here comes Vancouver. San Antonio with the ball. 4-point game. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Kicks to Mills. The feed now to Ginobili. Pass to DeRozan. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Vancouver leads by 4. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Tim, in looking at that first half, what sort of adjustments are necessary as you guys prepare to take the floor after the break?
Just refocus of energy at halftime, come out a little more focused and understanding what we got to do to finish this game.
Tim, we appreciate the time as always. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, they were lighting it up from three, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they own the offensive boards.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. They've got Silk, and it's Hines in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Flip Saunders. Shot on the wing. A nice shot by Caboclo. Caboclo's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Vancouver. And McCallum kicks to Duncan. Good.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Here's Caboclo. There's the pass to Hines. Vancouver working the ball around now. They get it back.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with a miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Duncan, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Here's McCallum. He's got 18. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Nailed from three-point land. Caboclo's got 20.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's McCallum. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Count it, and with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Here's Caboclo, and again it's Vancouver with a three.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
And here's the break. Jumps up. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Tim Duncan. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Comes up empty down low. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Daniel Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. Vancouver shooting the sixth attempt at the free throw line tonight. Here's McCallum. He's got 20. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Will it go? That's good. McCallum's got 4 points in the quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Bottom, look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Pass to Hines. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For Vancouver, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Chris Copeland's checked in for Bottoms. And San Antonio also making a switch. Simmons is checked in. To the middle, here's Hines, and he dunks it down.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's McCallum. 24 points for him. He used that pick to get in close.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Here's Jawai. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 11 points in the game.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Spurs trail by 15. To the middle. Here's Akwebu, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Six to shoot. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
They're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Here's Jawai. And again, it's Vancouver with a 3.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. San Antonio making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. That's tipped. And he lobs it up. Well placed LU pass into the layup. And Vancouver leads by 18.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
That's good.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Here's Jawai. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Out to DeRozan from past the arc. Bullar with the rebound. Vancouver leading by 18. Here's Jawai. And again, it's Vancouver with a 3.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
1:04 left in the third. Here's McCallum. He's got 26. Here's Mahinmi. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Vancouver.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
And the Spurs making a change here. Ginobili's checked in. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Huffman. And a miss there on the triple. Spurs trail by 19. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And San Antonio has possession. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And out of bounds as Vancouver gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Caboclo. He's got 25. Silk passes to Caboclo. Here's Silk. Passes it to Caboclo. Three-pointer. Good. 16 points for Silk.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's Vancouver just dominating this one. And when we And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. So it's the Spurs now. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for San Antonio, DeRozan out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Duncan. Then there's Ginobili. And it's McCallum in at point guard. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
Shooting for Vancouver, Huffman.
And he makes the first. Good on both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And DeRozan, here we go. And he gets it to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Bottoms. Cans it from downtown. Bottoms got 22.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Spurs trail by 20. The wide open look here for DeRozan. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Now the pass to Silk. Ginobili with the steal. Here's McCallum. Misses from close range.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Knocks it loose. And they're running. Here's Bottoms. And that one's good. 24 points for him.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Nice shot by Ginobili.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Ginobili with the steal. Here's McCallum. Vancouver pulls it in. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Here's Caboclo. Pass to Silk. This one for three. Offensive rebound, Hines. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Caboco's got 27 points. Spurs have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Ginobili wide open, he shoots. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play. And you know, guys, Manu Ginobili's relationship with Greg Popovich has been really interesting over the years. In the beginning, Pop obviously had a rigid system. Ginobili played with a lot more freestyle and free-wheeling nature. The two clashed heavily early on, as one might expect.
Vancouver making a switch here. Jawai's checked in. The dish to Mahimi. The 9-foot shot. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish. Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Mahimi. He's got 10 rebounds and some good assists, too. 4 of them. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards, too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
Gay right side. To the wing on the left. From past the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Here's Jawai. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
McCallum dishes to Gay to the middle. And Duncan with the basket on the assist from Gay. 10 points for Duncan.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Here's Jawai. The rebound by the Spurs. Gay's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Vancouver leading by 16. That's good. And that's now 30 points for Bottoms.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Here's Mahimi. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Here's Jawai. In, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor, and looking for more.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
And he gets it to go. 33 points for Bottoms.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Here's McCallum carrying the load for the team offensively.
Yeah, he's got almost 30 points, guys.
He is a handful, always dangerous, and he's greedy for buckets.
It's been quite a game for Bottoms.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Here's McCallum. No good on the quick 3.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Here's Huffman. Sweet little floater. Silk's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And they're able to recover. Vancouver leading by 23. There's the pick. Six on the shot clock. Wisniewski. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
At the line for Vancouver.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. San Antonio with the ball. Poked away. Out in his own on the break. Oh! And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by?
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it, you can see it, in part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
The 3, that one goes. Count it. 23 points for Silk.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
To the wing right side. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Vancouver.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the 3-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
In what's really been a fantastic year, these guys expect to win each night just as they've done here tonight. And this will end up another big win, making it 65 on the season.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
Well, once they'd taken the first 2 from them, you could just sense how this one was going to go.
52 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Pass to Silk. Pulls it up. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Silk's got 31.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Akwebu. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Goes up. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam? And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
So it's Vancouver picking up the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you, and now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart, you're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
He was doing some serious battling with the bigs down low. He's not afraid to go hard to the rack wherever he had the chance. He doesn't care about their size. He's going in there, and he's going in there often. I think he caught him off guard with that aggressive behavior.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.